For Nehemiah 6, I need to skim over the beginning. The guys that were there before the people come back to the Jews, they didn't want them to rebuild the wall. They sent them a letter up to 5 times saying they want to harm Nehemiah or kill him, saying, come meet me over here in the Holy of Holies, even, which was against them to do for the priests. And he kept saying no, no. And Nehemiah saying no to them because he knew their scheme, right? And then eventually they sent him another letter, Nehemiah, saying, oh, we hear you want to be king. You're against the king, this and that, right? And Nehemiah finally sent back to him and said, I sent him this reply, verse 8, and nothing like that. What you are saying is going to happen. Okay, you're making out of this out of your own head. Verse 9, they were all trying to frighten us. Nehemiah saying this, thinking that their hands will get too weak for the work and it will not be completed. But I prayed, now strengthen my hands. One day I went to the house of Sheshemiah, son of Delaiah, and son of Mehetabel, who was shut in his home. He said, let us meet in the house of God again, inside the temple, and close the door of the doors, um, because they are coming to kill you by night. They are coming to kill you. But I said, should a man be scared? And quickly again, I was gleaming. He said, I'm not going to be scared and go. Plus, that's against, for any only the priest can go right in the house of God there. I will not go. Realize that God had not sent him. Nehemiah is saying here, but he had prophesied against me because Tobiah and Sanballat hired him. They're false prophets. Those 12-13 had been hired to intimidate me and Nehemiah, so that I would, Nehemiah talking here, I would commit a sin by doing this, and they would give me a bad name to discredit me, right? Remember Tobiah and Sanballat, oh my God, because of what they had done, Nehemiah talking here. Remember also the prophetess Noadiah and the rest of the prophets who have been trying to intimidate me, the completion of the wall. So the wall was completed on the 25th of Elul in the 52 days. When all our enemies heard about this, they all the surrounding nations were afraid and lost their self-confidence, because they realized that the work had been done with the help of God. They did a lot of work. Also in those days, the nobles of Judah were sending many letters to Tobiah, and replies from Tobiah kept coming to them. They're basically in his pocket, For many in Judah were under oath to him, since he was the son-in-law of Shechaniah and Arah, and his son Jehohanan, and he married the daughter of Meshullam, son of Berechiah. Moreover, they kept reporting to me his good deeds, and then telling him what I said. And Tobiah sent letters to intimidate me. In other words, they were snitching on Nehemiah. So that's chapter 6 of Nehemiah, how the people there didn't want the Jews there. Remember the people put there, they were, again, in Christ's time, they were the Samaritans. They wanted anything to kill or get rid of the Jews. That's Nehemiah 6. Goodbye.